G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I'm going to use my little Mystique tray today to create, I don't really know what I'm going to create. I'm just going to try something and we'll see how it goes. Something just popped up on my Instagram reel and I thought, oh, that's really pretty. I'm going to try that. So I have no idea sort of what ratios or resins or anything they're using, but I'm going to use this today. I'm going to use the Artline epoxy resin. This is the honey resin. It's a medium viscosity and I will link that one for you down in the description. So I did try to do 100 grams of A and 50 grams of B because it's a 2-to-1, but I ended up putting more of B, so then I had to put more of A and I put too much and then I had to add more of B, so I probably got like, I don't know, 130 of A. You know how it goes. I'm sure it's happened to you as well. Certainly happens to me sometimes. All right, so in my little cup here, this is going to be for my white. I'm going to have white, navy, and gold. For my white, I've got 15 grams of resin, and I am going to put half a gram of this EtterArt white pigment drops that the lovely Callie from Callie's in the Kitchen sent me. So I'm going to do half a gram. So because the little nozzle on this is quite small, you can't really count drops, but you can count grams. So that's 0.2. So I'm after 0.5. It's 0.3, 0.44, 0.5. There we go. Oops, is that right? Yes. Okay, and I'll leave it upside down so it is ready for me to go for next time. So that's half a gram to 15 grams of resin in that one. Oops, I should stir slowly, shouldn't I? I don't want to get bubbles in it. So yeah, probably made up more resin than what I need, but if I've got any left over, I'm going to use this little coaster mold. So it's sitting there patiently waiting in case I need it. Drizzle a little bit of resin in there for my center. And I thought I'd use a mixture of some black and some black glitter and some gold flakes. So that's going to be for that. Now, my blue, excuse me, this, I wanted a navy. So this is this little piggy in sapphire, and I may need to add a drop of black to it. So in here I've got 20 grams of resin. Okay, that's not quite enough. Little scoop. And I'm not sure whether the person on Instagram used powder or paste. It was like a very dark navy. So I'm going to add a drop of black to it. I'm going to add the Let's Resin black pigment paste. Just actually, if I can get like a half a drop, that would be good. Like so. Don't want it too dark. It's hard getting half a drop, isn't it? But I want it really dark. Okay. That's looking beautiful and dark. I may even put a little bit more black in actually. Probably my half a drop needed to be 1 drop. And now I have to put the other half in. Anyway, I'll deal with that in a minute. And then I thought I would do this pretty gold. It's the just resin gold. And I've got 15 grams in here. So 15 grams for my white, 20 grams for my blue, and then 15 grams for the gold, because the gold can take over. We'll just try that a little bit and see how that's going to go. Some golds float on the top and then some golds sink. So I'm not sure what this one is, but I think I need a bit more. Actually, I'm going to go with my other one, I think. Artry Creations. I know this one's going to sink. I'll add a tiny bit of that one. Some are metal pastes and some like that. See how it sort of floats on top? So that's a metal powder rather than a mica powder. Not exactly sure what the difference is, but anyway, there we go. All right, so that's that done. I need to stir this a little bit more. I want to add a little bit more black to my blue here. Not quite that much. I'll just wipe a little bit off. And then we'll get going. Okay, I think that'll do. Could potentially go a bit darker, but I don't want to wait any longer because I feel like my resin may heat up. Now, if I've still got some left over, I'll keep these cups and I'll use some more of this. Now, at some stage, and I'm not going to do it today, but at some stage I want to put down clear first and then put my white around the edge, you know, like I've been doing with that lace effect. But today I'm going to go with the white first. But yeah, I do want to, at some stage, see what happens if I put the clear down first. So here we go. Can't get too close to the edge at the moment because... Oops, can't see where I'm going. I'm going to just, because I don't want to go all over the top of the mold and make a mess, so I'll just put this down first and then I'll come back with a little stick or something and push it into the edges. Whoops. Alright, so that's that one done. And then, what can I come in with? Actually, just this will work. This little bauble thingy here. I can push that into the edges and into there. Gets into all the little nooks and crannies. Trying to push in there, make sure we're not getting an air bubble into those corners there. Into the points, I should say. There's no corners, into the points. All right, we'll wipe that off. Okay, now the next colour is going to be this gorgeous blue, and I'm just going to sort of put it along the edge there, like so. How pretty is that? And you can see it's already starting to do its thing. That'll do. Turn off my sticks as I go. And then I want to pour my clear into the center. Okay, so there's a little bit left over. Not going to be enough. Not going to be enough to do a whole another mold. No, I don't want it. No, it's all right. Just because you've got it doesn't mean you have to use it. All right, now the gold. Gosh, I hope it's... kind of feel as if it's not strong enough. A tiny little bit more in. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, if the white's too heavy, if the gold's too heavy, if the blue's too heavy, we'll find out. Okay, so here I'm just going to go around over the top of those two, just making little lines like so. I don't know if I should be doing this or just doing one big line. But anyway, that's what I did. All right, so that's that done as well. So now what I need to do is I can concentrate on my little center now that that's doing its thing. So hopefully it will close up. I'm going to put a little bit of this black in there, not a lot, just a little bit of that black. And then some of this gold leaf. If you wet your stick first with resin, it makes it easier to pick up a little bit of that gold. And I just thought a little bit of the darker colour just in the centre, just to sort of draw the eye into the middle, would be pretty. Is that enough? There we go, that's enough. Put it away before it flies everywhere into my resin in the mold. So I think what I'll do is, do I wait? Do I wait? No, I can kind of I can kind of see where the middle is. Sometimes I like to wait to see where the middle's going to be, but I think it'll be all right. Now, if there's like a little hole or something developing, might be from a little bit of dust or, I don't know, a bit of mica powder or something, just close it over. Oops, don't know what that is. There's something hard in there. Hopefully this is the middle. There's another bit of hard in there. It's probably from when previously when I've poked my resin covered stick into it, and then I've got, you know, bits of dried flake in there. All right, I'm going to give this a little bit of a stir just to kind of break it up a little bit so it's not such a round blob. Let's break it up just a bit so that the edges look a little bit more au naturel, and hopefully that's the middle. You want to put it in early enough so if you do want to play with it, you're not going to disrupt, you know, your design that's going on. Hopefully that's the middle. If you look at where these points are, it should be in the middle of those points. So it needs to come down just a tiny bit, and then the same if you look at these 2 points here, it needs to be in the middle. So that's a good little way of seeing if it's in the center. All right, I think that'll do. It's starting to close now. All right, so we'll leave that. Hopefully it's sort of in the middle there. And oh, it's looking pretty. It's looking pretty. It's looking pretty. Oh gosh, I don't know that I've used my Mystique mold, have I, for this kind of thing? I'm not really going for the lace effect as such. Maybe the web effect. Look, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just layering the resin, and we'll see what happens. What will be, will be. All right. It's nearly closed. Yay. I feel like I want a little bit more gold in there. Got to be careful though, because I could ruin it. No. I stirred, you know, I mixed my gold up so much that you can hardly see it. It's not really flakes anymore. It's just like glitter. So anyway, it will be fine. I think if I'm going to do that, I need to basically put it back in here and mix it into there rather than trying to break it in the actual piece itself. So kind of just break it. I probably, yeah, just, you know, I think I broke it a little bit too much and I lost that flake look that I wanted. Get off. Oh. Get off. All right. You can see what I'm looking for. I just need a few more little or bigger flakes is what I need. So just add a few more, break them up a little bit in this resin, and then I can add them rather than trying to break it up in this mold, because then I'm just disrupting my pattern, aren't I? I think that'll be enough. I can't risk dropping anything into the sides because that's what I normally do. And then I'll ruin it. Okay, that'll do. All right, so it is pretty much closed over now. It's looking really pretty. I'm going to cover it with, I'm going to cover it with my net so that no bugs and flies and things fly into it and ruin it. It's so pretty. Look at that. You can see the little bits of, see the gold's floating on top. You're not going to get that on the other side. You're only going to get that on this side because the gold is floating on the top. But yeah, this is a really pretty little coaster. I might do something with that later on. Another day, another day. All right. Now this resin, oh my gosh, this resin sets up really quickly, which is fantastic if you don't want to wait, you know, for 12 hours or even 8 hours. I can unmold this in like 5 hours. So I have got a hairdressing appointment in a couple of hours. So when I get back from that, because you know, ladies, it takes like 3 hours at the hairdresser. And then when I come back, I'll unmold. It's looking really pretty. See you soon. All right, it is 2:30, just after 2:30, and I'm back. Just yeah, had my hair done, got myself a nice cappuccino, and yeah, this is ready. So how exciting! I mean, it's a little bit bendy, a little bit soft still, so you could still put it into, you could turn it into a bowl if you wanted to, but it comes out nice and easily. There we go. And I will link my Mystique tray mold for you down below if you're interested in it. Now, gosh, I can see I've got some blobbies on the other side, so I wonder if it's going to be like a lace effect, whether it's going to be something different. Now, I've got a black and I've got a white. Let's go with the black. Let's go with the black. I'll put it like that. Okay. Are we ready? Here we go. I've turned it over. We're not seeing the same side. Oh, wow. Look at that, you guys. Wow. Do you like that? What have I got there? Dropped something in it. That is so cool. So different to the lace. Well, I guess it's kind of similar because we've got the little, you know, blobbies, which is just what you don't want when you're doing a 3D bloom. We don't want the blobbies. But now that we're doing this sort of technique, we want the blobbies. We encourage the blobbies. And there's my center. That looks pretty with a little tiny flecks of black in it. And you can see because I kind of broke it up, it's not that very symmetrical round circle in the middle. What do you think? Now, can't see much of the gold. I can see a little sort of sprinkle of gold here and there. There is like a little sprinkling of gold through the center there as well, but it hasn't dropped very much to this side, to the back. So I'm thinking I probably need to make the gold a little bit heavier. I was a bit wary, you know, I didn't put too much in. I was worried that it would just take over, but I think I can put a little bit more on. Or when I'm going around with my gold, I think next time I'll just go around with one thick line like I did with the white and the blue instead of lots of little thin lines, because all I'm doing is thinning it out and I'm not getting the weight to drop it down. So that side's really pretty too. But this side, this is what we want. What do you think? Let me know. All right, so there it is. I don't know what it's called. It's just a pretty little tray. And of course, if you wanted to, you could put it into a bowl. It's still soft enough to bend, but I'm not going to because I'm just experimenting with this particular technique. I'm going to go again. Might actually do black next time. Black. We'll get like a grey, maybe silver? No, because grey and silver is too similar. I'll see. Maybe I'll do like a dark green or a burgundy, something like that. Although burgundy and white will make pink. So you've got to kind of think about your colours, what they're going to do. So we'll see. You guys let me know. Pop your little comments down below what colour I should do next. And let me know if you like this, or maybe you don't like it. Maybe you're just not your cup of tea. Speaking of which, cups of coffee, I'm going to go and have mine. And thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you all again real soon for the next video. Take care, guys. Bye for now.